themselves when and whether to have a child, women have no more freedom than slaves. Abortion is not murder. Fetuses are not babies, and women are not incubators. We are here today because of the 40th anniversary of Roe v. Wade. Abortion, as fundamental as it is to women's lives, has never been more dangerous to provide, never been more stigmatized to get, and never more difficult to access. We reject the politics of the anti-abortion movement, the politics of shame, the politics of forced motherhood, the politics of stigma against women and threats against doctors. We also reject the politics of the Democratic Party's compromise and conciliation with these attacks. There have been more restrictions on the right to abortion under President Obama than there were under George Bush. It is time for a new generation to stand up, to defend the right to abortion on demand, without apology. It is time for us to stand up and take to the streets to say the truth about this issue. The truth that women need this right in order to be free. Abortion is a moral decision. Abortion is a responsible decision. Women who choose to have abortions are taking control over their lives and their destinies, and women are human beings. Women are human beings, and fetuses are not. Today, we reject the message of the so-called March for Life and their warning of 55 million abortions. If they had their way, there would be 55 million women who were forced to foreclose their dreams, their future plans, and their lives. Instead, we have had 55 million women deciding for themselves their own destinies. So today we are going to hear at this press conference from women who have had abortions, who are just fine with their decisions, who are proud of their decisions, and are unashamed. We are also going to hear from young people, from this new generation who are standing up with StopPatriarchy.org to fight to defend this right to abortion. I want to invite up Riley and others from the new generation. Here you go.
Hello, I'm Riley. We are here to share with the world that this generation of young people is not pro-life, or in other words, pro-female enslavement. It's a movement for the full liberation of women, and we have been out here all week reaching out to the people who have been generally thrilled, refreshed, and in the very least supportive of our movement and our enthusiastic presence out in the We have, of course, also came up against opposition. We are living in a society that projects a lot of lies about abortion and the kind of women who obtain them. 1 out of 3 women will get an abortion in their lifetime. Many of these women carry shame with them for the rest of their lives, but not because of guilt, as it is root, something to feel guilty about. In fact, most women who get abortions feel more relief
that a lot of us have had. Know that
than anything else. But again, they feel this shame because of these lies, many of which are put out there by these Christian fascists who continue to live in the dark ages.
Oh, did you have an abortion?
The fact of the matter is, abortions are not harmful to women. The truth is, a lot of them liberate women, and a lot of them save women's lives. We need to be out on the streets opposing these backwards ideas and ways of thinking and proclaiming that women are not incubators. Fetuses are not babies. And abortion isn't murder. Young people especially need to be out on the streets creating a visible force that is fighting for the full liberation of women and changing the terms in society. Without this basic right, women can't be free!
Abortion on demand and without apology! Without this basic right, women can't be free! Abortion on demand and without apology! Without this basic right, women can't be free! Abortion on demand and without apology! Without this basic right, thank you very much! Thank you very much now!
Now we are going to hear from the many women who have had abortions. Every one of us knows women who has had an abortion. They are all around us. 1 in 3 women will have an abortion. It's a moral decision. It's a responsible decision. It's a perfectly fine decision for a woman to make. She should not be ashamed of this decision. She should not be stigmatized, and it needs to be increasingly easy to access. It is a crime that so many women have to travel hundreds of miles to seek abortion care. It is a crime that doctors are harassed and terrorized every day at their clinics, stalked and killed. 8 people have been killed by anti-abortion violence.
56 million babies have been
56 million fetuses, which are not babies, have been aborted. That is women who are taking control of their lives. Now we are going to bring Let us welcome
Jesus
Joan.
Christ
You
our
want to
Lord.
come and tell your story?
God the Father,
Okay, here's my abortion story.
God the Son,
I got pregnant.
God the
I
Holy
didn't want a
Spirit.
child. I had an abortion.
From
It
all
wasn't
evil,
remarkable.
from all
It wasn't
sin,
dramatic.
from all
And that's
tribulation.
exactly how it should be. I stand
By your
with
holy
the 33%
incarnation, by your
of women
cross
in this
and
country
passion, by
who
your
have
precious
had,
death
will
and
have an
burial,
abortion. That it's a moral decision.
by your glorious
it's a
resurrection and
responsible decision,
ascension,
and that's
and by
how
the
it
coming
should
of the
stay.
Holy Spirit, we beseech you to hear us, Lord
Okay,
Christ,
Donna,
that
where
it
is
may
Donna?
please
Come
you
on
to
over.
deliver the souls
Want
of
to
your
hear
servants from
if
the
there are
power
other
of
women
evil
here who have
and
had
from eternal
abortions
death.
and feel fine about them and want to tell their story.
That it may
Come on
please
over
them
here.
everlasting blessedness.
I had 2 abortions.
That it may please you to
second one.
And,
with your saints in light.
I do not regret either one.
Of God,
Women have a right to
Jesus,
pursue their
bearer of
dreams
our
and their
sins.
lives, and we should all have
Jesus,
that right.
Redeemer of the
People are
world.
trying to take it away, but we are fighting.
Let us
We're
now
gonna
give
keep
attention
this
to the
legal,
reading
and
of
we're gonna
God's
keep this on
holy
demand and without
and living
apology.
word.
Women should not be shamed.
begin with the Old
I was
Testament.
not ashamed to have my abortions. They were with their respectful partners who did not want to bring children into the world at that time, who did the responsible thing,
Hear the word of the Lord,
and I have
O
no
nations.
regrets.
Proclaim scattered Israel will gather them
Okay,
and will watch
we have
over
one
its
more
flock
woman
like
here.
a shepherd.
One of the
The Lord will
millions of women,
ransom
here we
Jacob
go.
and redeem
Very
him from
finely
the
dressed,
hand of those
very
stronger than
occasionally.
they.
Hi, I'm Laura.
Shout for joy
I had
on
an
the heights
abortion
of
when I was in
Zion.
high school.
They would rejoice
Not emotionally or financially ready to have a child.
young in the flock
The
and the
decision
herd.
was really easy for
They will
me,
be like a
and after it
well-watered
happened, I
garden, and they
felt
will
so
sorrow no more.
relieved, and that was my
maidens
biggest
will
feeling was
dance
just
and be
relief.
glad.
I felt like I
Young
had
men
given
and
my
old
life
as
back,
well.
like I actually had
I
a
will
chance,
turn
you
their
know.
mourning into
If it
gladness.
wasn't for
I will
that
give them
opportunity,
comfort
I wouldn't
and
be here
joy
right now. I
instead of
wouldn't be in
sorrow.
DC. I would be living in
I
a
will
suburb in
satisfy
Iowa
the
with my
feast with
parents.
abundance,
I wouldn't
and my
have the
people will be
opportunities that I
filled
have
with
now.
my
I wouldn't know all the
bounty,
people that I do. I'm
This
so
is what the
thankful
Lord
for that
says.
opportunity. I'm so
A
thankful
voice
for
is
having
heard
an
in
abortion.
Ramah.
Woman taking
control of her life.
Now, are there other women here who would like to share their stories?
Your work will be rewarded.
Of regrets and don't regret. Here we go.
For their hope is
Okay, hi. I have not had an abortion, but I am a studying doula, and if you don't know what a doula is, they help women birth babies naturally and without hospital.
I'm going to read the psalm.
And I actually became very pro-choice after I was helping my best friend, who the doctors knew that her baby was not going to survive outside the womb, and she needed an abortion because it was also causing a risk to her life as well because of medical conditions. The doctors were not allowed to give her an abortion because of laws and policies pushed by anti-abortionists, so she was forced to give birth to the baby and watch it suffocate and die for 15 minutes. She now has post-traumatic stress disorder for the rest of her life, and I have personally seen her go through this, and it angers me to no end that she was not able to get the medical care that she needed and deserved, and I will not stand for that to happen to any other women in my life ever.
Thank you. I also want to honor the abortion doctors who risk their lives every day to provide abortions and abortion services to the clinic workers, to the staff, because despite the fact that abortion is a very safe medical procedure, a very safe, simple, and legal medical procedure that 1 in 3 women will need in her life, It is a very dangerous procedure to provide. It is increasingly difficult. And these doctors, abortion doctors, are heroes. I want to wind up this press conference by reminding everybody why we're here, because we recognize that there is no common ground between those who would force women to bear children against their will and those who recognize that women are full human beings. There is no common ground between Christian fascism, Christian bigots who not only oppose abortion but also birth control, and those of us who recognize that women are full human beings capable of participating equally and fully in every realm of human endeavor together with men. We are standing up because abortion is not murder, fetuses are not babies, and women are not incubators. We represent the majority. We represent the majority of women and men in this country around the world, and we are not going to shut up. We are not going to go home. This is a wake-up moment. We recognize 40 years after the anniversary of Roe versus Wade, we have a fight on our hands to turn the tide, to defeat the war on women, and we are just getting started. We are building a movement that relies on ourselves, that rejects the politics of compromise and conciliation, that is no longer relying on the Democrats, that is relying on ourselves, and is going to fight for abortion on demand without apology and the full liberation of women. Without this basic right, women can't be free. Abortion on demand and without apology. Without this basic right, women can't be free! Abortion on demand and without apology! Without this basic right, women can't be free! Abortion on demand and without apology! Without this basic right, women can't be free! Abortion on demand and without apology! Without this basic right!
Unless you change, you become like you.
The question is, I don't understand, how can they be murdering doctors and still be against what they call murder?
You're against all murder!
It's a good question. The truth is, if you talk to these people, most of them will say, oh, I don't think killing doctors is right.
You know, there are many of
But
you
the
out
truth
there,
is that you cannot call doctors murderers without whipping up an atmosphere where people are going to act violently against them. And the fact of the matter, fetuses are not babies. Fetuses are a subordinate part of a woman's body. We are not separate social beings. We are not separate biological beings. And as long as it's a part of a woman's body, it's not a baby. As we say, a baby's not a baby till it comes out. That's what birthdays are all about. A baby's not a baby till it comes out. That's what birthdays are all about. A baby's not a baby till it comes out. That's what birthdays are all about. A baby's not.
with you and especially with all you.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Tell you about it, honey. Should we do a chant?
Yeah, we're going to chant more. I want to encourage everybody who's come out here to stick around. We're going to be here as the March for Life walks by. The truth is, many people, as we've been out, StopPatriarchy.org has been out in the street, on the college campuses, other places. Most people have never heard anybody talk about abortion as something positive and liberating. Most of these marchers have never heard that. A lot of them, in a few years, are going to be over here with us. They've never heard what we have to say, and we are going to stick around, we're going to debate with them, we're going to talk with them, and then everybody who is here, we want to also get organized so that we go forward and build this movement. Woo!
I know we should open up our own maybe some croissants.
Fetuses are not human beings. Fetuses are not human beings. They're a subordinate part of a woman's body. Sometimes people say, well, if you leave a fetus alone, it'll turn into a person. That's not true. If you leave a fetus alone outside of a woman's body, it dies. It is part of a woman's body. If a woman's not breathing, if a woman's not taking in nutrients, the fetus does not develop. A fetus is a potential human being, but it's not a human being. And there's a big distinction.
The fetus is not a human being?
No, it's not. Not a human being either.
An embryo is not a human being.
Acorn is not a tree.
Exactly. Were we embryos once?
Yes, we are.
We're human beings?
Yes, we are.
Was the acorn
All right. But aren't we called to protect them?
Those are words that we said every
We're called to protect and to cherish and to respect the lives of half of humanity who is born female. That's right.
Yay!